So here I am in Pro Tools, and I thought I'll just give you an idea of my workflow, how I would put a session together, how I'll basically build a track. I have a template open with lots of tracks in it. I have about 70 tracks. I have several audio tracks for recording vocals and live guitars, etc. I have some instrument tracks where I record all my plugin instruments, my AAX plugins, all my software instruments, and then I have some effect tracks, and then finally some tracks for mastering, a main mix track where I would insert some mastering plugins. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to do, I'm going to select all my instrument tracks. So I'm just going to press a command on my keyboard, which is the period key, followed by number 3, then period again. And that opens up my instrument tracks and hides everything else, so it's very comfortable to navigate. Of course, I'm doing all this with my screen reader, right? So you'll hear voiceover talking me through navigating Pro Tools. So I have the same efficiency as a sighted person. Here we go.
Close, minimize, full mix, tracks, track list pop-up button, 1 ins track.
So that's the first instrument track. Let me name it.
Menu 23, save track, recall, new, rename ellipsis. Ins 1 window.
And I'll call it E-piano.
Selection, space, P-I-A-N-O. Now in mix, DN Labs 1 window.
Okay, and I'm going to load up one of my favorite instruments plugins, and this is from the Roland Cloud. This is Zenology.
Menu 9 items multi-channel plugin, Roland Cloud, Z-E-N-O-L-O-G-Y, stereo.
Okay, so it's now loading.
Pro Tools busy. Plugin, Z-E-N-O-L-O-G-Y, window.
Okay, so this is Zenology loaded, and I'm going to show you how I can select from the different tones within Zenology.
Tone slash drum kit browser. Macros system dialog.
Okay, so I'm going to select
all band clap JD800 button. Press JD800 button.
Okay, so this is the JD800, one of my favorite hardware synthesizers, and now it's recreated in software, so I really like it a lot. So I'm scrolling through the patches now, and this is the one I want, the Crystal EP. So I'm gonna just press enter. Okay, so let me set the tempo right now.
120.0000 tempo.
Okay, so I just checked what it was, and it's 120, so I'm going to change it now.
Type a tempo value.
Okay, so let's maybe set it to like 96 for this groove, 96, and press return. And I'm going to check it again.
96.0000 tempo.
Okay, I want to turn on input. Actually, no, I wouldn't quantize this track. I'll keep it kind of free. So I think we're pretty much ready to record. So I'm just going to play something, whatever comes to mind. Okay, so okay, here we go.
No tracks are record enabled.
Okay.
Okay button. Now in.
Okay, I forgot to the track for recording, and this was cool because I just wanted you to hear how voiceover works. So it basically told me that the track wasn't armed, and that's good. Because a sighted person will be able to look at it and see if the track is armed or not. But the screen reader actually gave me the correct voice feedback. So here we go. I'm going to arm the track now.
Armed.
Okay, and then I can check to see if it's armed, and can get the status of it. It's like
1 armed, 1 E-piano, ins track.
Okay, so I know that it's armed and ready to go here. So here we go. Okay, no big production or anything, but it should give you an idea of, how easy it is to get something up and running.
Not armed.
So I'm going to go to another track now, and
2 ins 2.
Let me call this, let's just do some drums at this point.
Menu 23, recall, new rename ellipsis. Ins 2 window, selection R, U, M, space, K, I, T. Now in mix, DN Labs 1 window, 2 drum kit.
So I'm just pretty much doing what I did before, setting up an instrument. I'm going to use another instance of Zenology here.
Menu 9 items multi-XLN waves R2 Roland Cloud submenu. Roland Cloud. Zenology. Stereo.
Okay.
Plugin. Zenology. Window. Track.
So I'm going to select the drum kit.
Tone drum kit browser. Macros system dialog. All. Reset B. Reset F. Reset G. Press Reset G. Essential drum button.
Yeah, let's use this.
Pro Tools. Plugin. ZE. Now in.
Okay, so here we go. Let me make sure the track is armed.
Not armed.
Okay,
Armed.
so here we go. Yeah, I guess I'll just work for the demo, right? As I say, no big production, but just basically showing you my workflow.
Not armed.
Okay, so I want to quantize this track, so let me just make sure it's actually selected.
1 selected. 2 drum kit in.
Okay, let me make sure that the entire file is selected. So press return, shift, option, return. Let me just make sure everything is selected.
Bar 1. Beat 1. Start. Bar 12. Beat 1. End.
Okay, I'm going to quantize it now.
Quantize. Event operations.
Okay, I'm just going to relax the strength a little bit in the quantize.
Apply button. 100 strength. Unticked checkbox. Tick strength. 100. Slider knob. In knob 99.
Let's set it to
88.
like 85%.
80. 85. Out of knob.
And I click apply.
Apply button. Press apply button.
Okay, and there we go. It's now quantized. So,
Now in mix.
okay, so here we go. Okay, so let's just do something like some 808 congas or something, you know, to kind of complement these drums. So
3 ins 3 ins track. Menu bounce save new rename ellipsis. Click ins 3 window selection A L O G space C O N G A S. Now in armed menu waves up 2 big ears Roland Cloud sub ZENOLOGYFX stereo plug setting odd and less than fat select effect by Z inactive ZENOLOG menu 7 items relapse.
Sorry about that. I loaded the wrong plugin. I loaded Zenology effects instead of Zenology.
Native instrument ISIS Roland Cloud ZENOLOGY stereo.
Okay. So yeah, as you can tell, I love Zenology. I love all things Roland actually, you know. Some of the best songs that I've used for years, and to have it available in software, you know, via the Roland Cloud is fantastic. I also use some nice Roland hardware synthesizers, the Phantom and the Jupiter X, which I also love a lot.
Tone drum kit browser, press option, down arrow, to select macros, all, reset F, reset G, essential, press reset G, essential drum button.
Yeah, something like this, right? Kind of analog congas. So let's do this.
Pro Tools, plugin, ZENOLO, now in mix.
So let's do this. Okay, so this time I wanted to auto-quantize, right? Before I quantize, like after the fact. So this time I want to auto-quantize. So I'm going to do this.
Event operations. What quantize? Pop-up button. Menu 9 items tick quantize. Restore perform. Step input. Step input. Restore flatten tick quantize. Change trans select input quantize. Closing menu. Input quantize.
Okay, so I'm going to turn it on.
What enable input quantize. Unticked checkbox.
So you see it's telling me that is unchecked right now, right? So which means it's not going to quantize. So, you know, using the screen reader, you know, it's just like if I'm actually seeing the screen. So I'm just going to tick quantize now.
Tick enable input quantize checkbox.
So it said tick enable quantize. So I know that I'm actually going to quantize it now. So
88 strength. Tick
okay,
checkbox.
the strength is set to 80. Let me just change it to 85.
80 in not 85. Out. Now in mix.
So here we go. So let's try this. So that kind of works, as I say, you know, it's just a demo. So
Not armed.
so now I just want to change the volume of it.
In 3. Track rec. So, minus 6.0 dB.
Right, so it's reading everything out to me, right?
In
So,
vertical. Minus 6. Minus 10.5 dB. Minus 12.0 dB. Out.
so I just dropped the level of the congas a little bit. What we need now, maybe like a bass.
2 drum. 3. 4 ins 4. Ins track. Menu 20. Freeze. Commit. Bounce ellipse. Save track. Recall track preset. New ellipsis. Rename ellipsis. Clip. Ins 4. Window. Edit text contents. Selection. A. Beginning of text. V. B. A. S. Now in mix.
Okay,
5 4 bass. Ins track.
so here we go.
Menu 9.
Let's use
Waves audio. 2 big ear. Roland Cloud.
a different plugin this time. Actually, no, let's use Xenology again. But yeah, I mean, everything is there in Xenology, right? I have like lots of different plugins, and I'll show you some when I do the second part of this video, showing you a similar process in Logic. But for now, I'm going to keep using Xenology because I just like everything, and everything I need is right here.
Roland. Zenology. Stereo. Plugin. Ze. Tone drum kit browser. Press option. Down arrow. Macros. All banks button.
Actually, this time, you know, I'm going to search by category, actually. Rather than search by bank, I'm going to search by category. So let's do this.
Macros. System. All category. Bass button. Macros. System dialog. AC.bass button.
EBS electric
Press
bass.
E.bass button.
Okay, and here we have some electric bass. Okay, yeah, that worked for now. Kind of fretless bass.
Pro Tools. Plugin. Zenology. Window. Track.
Okay, so here we go.
4 bass. Ins track. Armed.
Okay. Made a mistake at the end, so I'm just going to scroll through to the end quick. Okay, right there. So there you go, just a quick overview of how I work in Pro Tools with a screen reader with VoiceOver. I'm going to show you the same thing in Logic now, so that you can see that, you know, there is choice, so people can use different DAWs with screen readers. So thanks for checking out part 1 and stay tuned for part 2.